we come walking down the street. Hey, we're the Monkees.
Oh, yes. What a great TV series that was way back when in rock and roll yesteryear. And just the other day, we caught up with former Monkee drummer Mickey Dolenz.
Hello.
Well, Mickey, I got to tell you, I just finished reading your new book, I'm a Believer, and it's awesome.
I thought love was only true in fairy tales.
And the Monkees TV show was mega popular, but it wasn't really a rock group doing a TV show.
No, it was a television show about a rock group that, and of course, did become a rock group, which I've always thought is the interesting story behind the Monkees.
Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer.
So the show, it was a good standard, solid situation comedy, you know, with in a way, very conventional format. It was My Three Sons without Fred McMurray, and that's why I think it stands up.
Well, I like a lot of Monkee songs, but my favorite Monkee song of all time has to be Pleasant Valley Sunday.
Yeah, well, mine too. There you go. And that was a Carole King tune. It just works. It just stands up, you know, the song does.
Group down the street is trying hard to learn their song.
There were actually quite a few really talented songwriters in the Monkee jungle, but you guys, the Monkees, you were the guys who pulled it off like champs. Or should I say, chimps?
I'd like to think, of course, we had something to do with it.
Another Pleasant Valley Sunday. Charcoal burning everywhere.
Mickey, are any of the Monkee TV shows available on video?
Not yet. No, they may be at some point, but they're not right now.
Stepping stone.
A rather interesting note in the Monkees concert history is that Jimi Hendrix at one time was actually the opening act for the Monkees. Now, how did that happen, and where was the first time you saw Jimi Hendrix, Mickey? Livestock?
Well, no, actually the first place I saw him was in New York playing lead guitar for the John Hammond Band, believe it or not. And he was just a lead guitar player. And then a few months later, it was at the Monterey Pop Festival that we saw him with The Experience. He'd gone to England, and a manager named Chaz Chandler had put The Experience together. And I saw him and suggested he'd be a great opening act.
Well, speaking of England, you've actually been living in England for what, the past 15 years or so, right?
Yeah, I only just got back, actually. I've been working over there for quite a while now, doing directing and producing, basically. Directing and producing television and films. That's kind of what I do now for a living.
Well, come on, that's your day job, Mickey. What do you do at night?
I go out on the road. I have a little rock band. I do concerts, and I just did a dramatic part in a film called Deadfall with Nicolas Cage, a small part in a film that's coming out soon. So, you know, I do it all.
Take the last train to Clarksville.
And I was reading in your book that Michael Nesmith, he actually left the band. He quit in a huff over something that happened on the Johnny Carson show. He claimed that you upstaged him. What exactly happened?
Well, I just came on the show. Well, the three of us were doing the show, Mike and Davey and I. And we all came on. And you remember that, again, there was three solo artists here we're talking about, rather than a group in the traditional sense. So we're all, like, constantly vying for the spotlight. And I remember going on and doing something silly with Johnny Carson, going behind his desk and bringing out some gifts I had for him and talking about how to steal a talk show, which had an article I'd read in TV Guide at the time or something, how to steal time on a talk show. So that was it. And Mike just, I think he was about ready to leave anyway for a variety of reasons.
Then in 1986, the Monkees reformed without Michael Nesmith, and you guys were back in business. Monkee business.
She told me that she loved me.
I bet that reunion tour was fun.
It was fun, and it was very successful, too. Very successful tour.
All right, Mickey, listen, man, I know you got to take off, but I just want to say thanks for taking the time to talk with us in Tampa Bay this morning.
Great, bud.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Local rock group down the street is trying hard to learn their song.